Hello everyone, my name is Sanjuni Ped. My topic is non-technical topics. My subject in food wastage. Food loss and waste is food that is not eaten. The causes of food waste or loss are numerous and occurs throughout the food system. During production, processing, distribution, retail and food service sales and consumptions. Overall, about one third of the world's food thrown away. A similar amount is lost on top of that by feeding human able food to farm animals. The eaten effects wastage and estimated 1144 to 2021 meta-analysis that did not include food loss during production by the United Nations Environment Programme found that food waste was a challenge in the all countries at all level of economical development. The analysis estimated the global food waste was 931 million tons of food waste, about 1 to 1 kg per capita across three sectors: 61% from households, 26% from food service, and 130% from retail. 30%. Food loss and waste is a major part of the impact of agriculture on climate changes. It amounts to 3.3 billion tons of CO2 emissions annually, and other environmental issues such as land use, water use, and loss of biodiversity. Prevention of food waste is the highest priority, and when prevention is not possible, the food waste hierarchy ranks the food waste treatment options from preferred to least preferred based on their negative environmental impacts. Reuse pathways of surplus food intended of human consumption, such as the food donation, is the next best category after prevention, followed by the animal feed, recycling of nutrients and energy, followed by the latest preferred option. Landfill, which is a major source of the greenhouse, includes greenhouse gas, methane, others consideration, including unreclaimed phosphorus in food waste, leading to further phosphate, meaning moreover reducing food waste in all parts of the food system is an important part reducing the environmental impact of agriculture by reducing the total amount of land and other resource used. The UNESCO Sustainable Development Goal target 12.36 to halve global per capita food waste at the retail and consumer levels and reduce food losses along production and supply changes, including post-harvest losses by 2030. Climate changes mitigation strategies prominently feature reducing food waste field verification. In the 2022 United Nations Biodiversity Conference, nations agreed to reduce food waste by 15% by the years 2030. Food loss and waste occurs at all stages of the food supply chain: production, processing, sales, and consumption. Definition of the odd constituents: food loss versus food waste, or odd parts of food enable parts exist. The food supply chain are considered lost of wasted vary. Terms are often defined as a situational basis, as is the case more generally within definitions of waste. Prof- Professionals bodies including international organizations, state governments, and secretariats may use their own definition. United Nations, the Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) of the United Nations, defines food loss and the waste as the decrease in the quantity or quality of food along the food supply chain. Within this framework, UN agency distinguishes loss and waste at two different stages in the process. Food loss occurs along the food supply chain from harvest and slaughter catch up to but not including the sales level. Food waste occurs at the retail and the consumption level. Important components of this definition including food redirected to the non-food chains, including animal feed, composts, recover to bioenergy, is not counted as the food loss or waste. Enable parts are not considered as food loss or waste. These enable parts are sometimes referred to as unavoidable food waste. Under Sustainable Development Goal, the Food and Agriculture Organization is responsible for measuring food loss, while the The UN Environmental Program measures food wastage. The 2024 UNEP Food Waste Index report, Think It Save Tracking Progress the to halve global food waste, address the survey's severe issue of food waste that accounts for US 1 trillion in losses, 8 to 10% of global greenhouse and mm, emissions, and the unnecessary use of 30 of the world's agriculture land, exacerbating the hunger and affecting the children growth in alignment with the SDG, and 12 the group completions in data points from 93 countries to illustrate the widespread nature of the food waste, highlights the lack of disparity in waste level across nations of varying income levels, underscores the leadership roles and Japan and the UK among the G20 nations in the data tracking. In August for the comprehensive definition of food waste, including both able and able parts, calls for the improving data collection, particular in retail and food service sector of low-income countries, to enhance global efforts in having food waste by 2030 within the upcoming focus on public-private partnership as key strategy. Thank you.